for black girl nerds.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you today?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Or good afternoon, wherever you are. I will start with you, David. Tell me your origin story for the voice of Helen. How did you bring Helen to life?
I mean, it's really mostly on the page, and I think my process really has more to do with doing less. I think in the first couple of takes, I was trying voices that I thought were Helen's, and Lauren said, "No, no, no, your voice is fine." So I think turns out I sound enough like a very put upon older white lady.
Well, so, Stanley, do you sound like a very put upon a very affluent, rich white woman with Bitsy? Is Bitsy a bad guy? How would you describe Bitsy? Because she's
Oh,
not put upon.
she's horrible. No, she puts upon. She's horrible.
What is when you think of that horrible woman? What comes to mind when you were kind of crafting where you would go with Bitsy's tone and inflections and how she just generally handpicks poor Helen?
Again, like David said, it was all there on the page, and then all you have to do is kind of find the right. I had to just find the right sort of voice for it, the right sort of little accent, like a mid-Atlantic accent, sort of kind of posh, and and a sort of slightly smoky voice, I guess. But you don't, it's really there. It's just all there on the page, and then you just play with it.
With the show, there are these huge, big ensemble numbers, uh, big performances, big things that are going on. For you, David, coming from the stage background and doing so many things with your voice, what's more difficult to execute? Is it to execute these animated in the studio big song and dance numbers, or doing it out in front of the huge crowds like you've done in some of your previous roles?
Oh, it's definitely more difficult to do it live. I mean, you just there's no choreography I have to worry about. The animators are doing all the work here. I just sort of have to get close to the notes, but they can fix that in post too. So I don't, if you say the words, you get all the words out in the appropriate rhythm, and you manage to tell the story. Animation is really just about making sure that you told the story with your voice, because that's the only tool you have. But they're gonna support that with visuals too. That's just not my job. So if you told the story with your voice, you nailed it. So it's definitely there's less to think about on my end when we do this kind of thing.
And lastly, Stanley, May 29th is the big day. People are going to get a chance to see it, feel it, breathe it. What are you going to do on that day? Are you going to do a live tweet up? What are your plans for the big release day?
I don't know. Well, as we're in, lockdown here in London, and I have all of my children here, I'll probably be doing what I do every other day, which is cleaning a bathroom and cooking for 8 people.
Yeah, I can relate. I feel your pain. Never knew you had so many dishes until you couldn't leave your house.
It's on my hands are so dry from washing dishes. I can't even. I forget it. I can't even talk about it.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, so much for your time. Really enjoyed it and looking forward to seeing the audience reaction to it.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerds. Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.